Mr. Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests. What is the most money you have ever found lying on the ground in a public place? Wow. That's a great question. I want to not answer that question. But it does spark to mind an event that happened several years ago. It was out at Buck Creek. Everybody familiar with Buck Creek State Park? It's up just by Springfield, the other side of Springfield. And the water there is pretty murky. But it's still a lot of fun in the summertime. The sand is kind of, we call it kitty litter creek, because it's kind of like kitty litter when you go in under your feet. But it's the closest place to really go and have a good swim that's not in the backyard pool. So my daughter and I went swimming, and we had a good time. And I took the car, and I parked the car, and I had my shorts, my old cut-off shorts, and in the pocket of my shorts were my trusty keys to my car and my house. And while I was splashing around in the lake having a good time, my keys decided to go off on their own and get lost somewhere. So after swimming all day, I decided, well, it's time to go out. Let's go get some lunch. And I walked up to the car and pulled out empty pockets. I said, no keys. What are we going to do? Well, they've got to be in there somewhere. So I went back into the lake, and I dove, and I dove, and I dove. Fortunately, this was a blessing. I had a mask. Surely with a mask I could find these keys. So I dove and I looked around, I crawled across the bottom, and all of a sudden my hand felt something weird. And it was like seaweed, and it was unlike anything else you could feel along the bottom of that sandy lake. And I thought, well, this is kind of strange, but it was firm. It wasn't real slimy like seaweed. And I thought, I wonder what this is. And not being able to really see clearly, I pulled it up on top of the water, and I pulled up my mask, and it was a $5 bill.
Wow.
So it was a wonderful day. Although I never found my keys, I had to actually call someone to bring keys to me so I could get my car out of there. I found a $5 bill. So the $5 bill actually covered the cost of having new keys made for my car. And to my knowledge, down at the bottom of Caesars Creek, down at the bottom of Buck Creek someplace, are still the keys to my old house and my old car. So if you're ever swimming in that particular body of water, you just never know what you might find. Mr. Tabletop.